and the blacks and reds. Hurrah, hurrah.
We thank you for your help, traveler. The city is open. The streets are safe for now.
That's a good word for it. Magisters. Voidwoken. Never would have drawn the dots that way, but ignore me. Captain Aurel's the source of good information around here. The rest of us can only speculate.
Paladins march on the blacks and reds. Hurrah, hurrah. Oust the traitors from their beds. Hurrah, hurrah. By Lucian's blade we shall prevail. We'll earn the right to sing our tale. Paladins march on the blacks and reds. Hurrah, hurrah. Oust the traitors from their beds. Hurrah, hurrah. By Lucian's blade we shall prevail. We'll earn the right to sing our tale. Paladins march on the blacks and reds. Hurrah, hurrah. Oust the traitors from their beds. Hurrah, hurrah. By Lucian's blade we shall prevail. Paladins march on the blacks and reds.
I didn't get the chance to thank you earlier. Without your help against the Voidwoken, things could have been much, much worse. So, thank you. Take care. I doubt this is quite the city you were expecting to find.
Paladins march on the blacks and reds. Hurrah, hurrah. Oust the traitors from their beds. Hurrah, hurrah. By Lucian's blade we shall prevail. We'll learn. Great to have your skills on board back there. You're a handy friend to have. First, we were chasing off Magisters, then Voidwoken, then Magisters, then... Look, it's been a long one. Maybe I'll just enjoy my drink, if you don't mind. Captain Aurel will be more useful to you than me. Paladins march on the blacks and reds. Hurrah, hurrah. Oust the traitors from their beds. Hurrah, hurrah. By Lucian's blade we shall prevail. Learn the right to sing a tale.
What a massacre.
I salute you, Monster Slayer. That a hero like you would arrive on Lucian's Day, well, it gives me hope. On Lucian's Day? You'd better believe it. City's a bit of a mess, it's fair to say, but the worst has passed. We'll have the place cleaned up in no time. Between the Voidwoken and the arrest of the Magisters, we've seen more than a few casualties, but the city herself is intact. We'll mourn our dead and rebuild. Arx persists. Well, we're glad you were here. Seems the Magisters have been dicing with dark magic. You'd have them to thank if there were any left. Many fled. Those who didn't died or ended up in a cell.
She looks at you derisively and spits on the ground, close enough to your boot to make her point.
If she is, Lord Kem will want to know. Kem commands the city now. Stay safe. You killed the Voidwoken. This city needs more like you.
Thanks for the service, Void Killer. My friend's alive and walking around because of you.
You have my thanks, Monster Killer. We need all the help we can get. With the Magisters gone, this will be the end of the Voidwoken attacks, I hope. When a sorcerer uses Source, the Voidwoken come, so they say. But the Magisters have been dealing in darker magic. The Voidwoken came, bigger and more deadly. But the Magisters are done now. Take care, friend.
People will be happy to see the likes of you here helping out, that's for sure.
Streets littered with corpses. Never thought I'd see the day.
All creatures are better off dead. I've had better days out in this city. I've had better days out in this city. The bastards burn well. I'll say that for him.
I blame Alexander for this.
Streets littered
The
with
bastards
corpses.
burn well.
Never
I'll
thought
say
I'd
that.
see the day.
Look, about the divinity we've chased halfway across the goddamn world. Entrusted to one person, I don't think it's a force for good. The gods themselves were corrupt, and even Lucian could fare no better than them. Not to mention his son, Alexander, who the world's better off without. Even if you thought him worth sparing. Driven by fear, he took his father's power and used it to turn innocent sorcerers to silent monks in Fort Joy. And now here we are, like moths to a flame, not understanding that the fire will consume us. You know, when our journey started, I was a man without a purpose. I lost it in the death fog. But now, after everything we've been through together, I see what needs to be done. I say we end divinity. I say we extinguish the flame and forget about a new divine ascending. No one person should have that power. Rivellon has suffered enough. Let's share the power with everyone. And then, let's all fight the void together.
Streets littered with corpses. Never thought I'd see the day.
If the divine can take power, the divine must also be able to give power away. I don't know quite how just yet. But then, I'm not the divine. Yet. So what'll it be? Are you with me? Well, there's still time, but don't wait too long. Time has a habit of running out.
The bastards burn well. I'll say that for him.
The paladin hocks a gob of spittle onto the burning corpses of silent monks. The saliva sizzles momentarily and is gone.
The silent bastards burn well, 'tis true.
Streets littered with corpses. Never thought I'd see
That they were. We don't burn friends in the street, nor enemies for that matter. But these things.
Once more, she spits on the burning corpses.
I blame Alexander for this. I blame Alexander for this.
If we're not careful, we'll burn the world.
She gives you a long look, shakes her head, turns away. The paladin wistfully hums a tune. You recognize the air. Smoke gets in your hair.
see the day.
He stops his humming and gives you a suspicious look. He rolls his eyes and turns back to the flames.
That was Rosewood's favorite song, and Rosewood's dead. You didn't know Rosewood. Leave his favorite song alone. Rosewood's dead, and these are the monsters that did it. We mourn our own around here. The work will wait.
I blame Alexander for this.
The bastards burn well. I'll say that. Days out in this city.
This would never have happened under Lucian, at least not to us.
The bastards burn well. I'll say that.
Those paladins will ruin Arx, mark my words. Nothing but a bunch of damn nobles playing soldier.
Out of my way.
A young man works at a canvas, mounted on an easel. Smears of what must be red paint are evident on his hands and clothing. He's oblivious, in a daze as he paints.
I didn't just see it, I witnessed it. Now I must preserve it upon canvas for the generations to come.
He nods, a faraway expression on his face.
The great schism of the Divine Order and the ruination of Arx. This will be my masterpiece. I usually only display completed works, but, well, this painting's raw power is already plain to see. Here, feast your eyes.
He gestures to the canvas. It's completely covered in the same shade of red, layer after layer. It's sodden, dripping onto the cobbles.
I know just what you mean. Yes, I felt the same while painting it. It turns repulsed and so terribly drawn in. Red is the only shade that matters. Life and death, true passion from within the artist.
He tugs back the sleeve of his tunic to reveal a blood-soaked cloth bandage around his wrist.
No, I must continue. What would my father say if he was still alive to see me now? He was the finest painter of his generation, and he used his own blood for his masterwork, the final panel of The Sacrifice of Lucian. For the most part. A copy can be seen at the Great Cathedral here in Arx. I visit frequently for inspiration, but the original panel, the one that my father used his blood to depict Lucian's final sacrifice, was given to Lord Kem a long time ago. He keeps it locked away somewhere in that mansion of his. A masterpiece like that should be on public display for all to see. Self-preservation is a petty concern. I must put the spiritual above the corporeal. I must finish.
Sue is running as red as the street.
Smell.
This would never have happened under Lucian, at least not to us.
I've had better days out in this city. Poor creatures are better off dead.
We shall train. We shall talk.
I don't trust those paladins an inch. They don't give a damn about common folk. I hope the Magisters return soon.
You're not another bloody pilgrim, are you? The city's swarming with those tight-fisted bumpkins as it is.
They got damage to the fight. It'll fix up just fine.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Hear ye, hear ye! I heard that the paladins killed unarmed Magisters. Didn't even let me surrender.
Suspect in Alexander murder found dead in Driftwood. Hear ye, hear ye! Magisters routed! Lord Kem's paladins back in charge! Hear ye, hear ye! Void-woken attacks increase! Citizens warned to be alert! Hear ye, hear ye! Kraken sighted at sea! Several ships missing! Hear ye, hear ye! Magisters colluded with Black Ring! Paladins clean house! Hear ye, hear ye! Queen Justinia confronts rebel factions! Dwarven royal stands tall! Hear ye, hear ye! Paladins promise the Good Counsel School will reopen soon! People respond, no hurry! Hear ye, hear ye! Stranger threatens kid, town crier unhappy!
She sticks her tongue out at you, then gets back to work.
Hear ye, hear ye! Trouble brewing in the ancient empire! Dallas strengthens border defences! Hear ye, hear ye! Lucian's day arrives! Hopeful pilgrims take the path of blood! Not if you're without sin, it isn't. Hear ye, hear! Dwarven wedding interrupted by Voidwoken! Brave dwarves, party on! Hear ye, hear ye! Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition! New book already out of date! Hear ye, hear ye! That's all the news that's fit to shout!
What would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Take the path of blood!
Tread. We shall talk.
The elf stands in front of a cart displaying various sundries. He warmly motions to you and gives you a broad smile.
Don't fret, my lady, and don't falter. You needn't call to Lucian for succour, for I am here to answer your purchasing prayers on this day of celebration. As I promised, miracles at a modest price.
Didn't even let him surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
It's not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free
In Arks for Lucian's Day, are ya? Watch out for pickpockets. They figure pilgrims make easy targets. And they're right, too.
Natives alike, we shall trade, we shall talk.
This market is usually twice as busy. People must still be scared to come out.
Replenishing your supplies, Monster Slayer? An excellent idea. There'll be more Voidwoken to slay before we are done, I wager.
I welcome you.
He tips you a salute and walks on.
Shoo, you flea bag, shoo! Back in business! Thank the gods for Lord Cam, eh? He sorted out them Voidwoken. Now, what'll it be?
We shall trade, we shall talk.
You're gonna make a purchase or not?
Queen Justinia confronts rebel factions! Dwarven royal stands tall!
You're gonna make a purchase or what?
You! Eyes over here, yeah? I know she's pretty, but me wife's here to work, not to gawk at. Now, what'll it be?
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade, we shall talk.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This
I
place
welcome
isn't
newcomers
free,
and
not
natives
anymore.
alike. We shall trade, we shall talk.
Hear ye, hear ye!
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters.
What a
Didn't
pile
even let
of
them
junk.
surrender.
It got damaged
Too
in the fight.
loud.
It'll fix
What do you
it.
think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like
You're
that?
confident. I'll give you that.
Answers to the free city. Last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arx is still a free city. Last time I checked.
The arrow
Arx is still a free city. Last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets.
I welcome newcomers
This
and
place
natives
isn't free,
alike.
not anymore.
We shall trade. We shall talk.
This market is usually twice as busy. People...
Arx thanks you, stranger. Your prowess on the field is already legendary. Be careful, or we'll claim you as our own.
We shall trade. We shall talk.
Hunters, I've got the wares.
Roll up, don't be shy. Back in business.
Brave doors, party on!
Probably best to just carry on as usual. Ignore the blood and the smell of burning magister. Things will settle. I hope.
Oh, yes. The town is all a twitter over your escapades at the gate. It's the perfect time to replace the hunting supplies you've lost, yes? May the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
Look, by all means, but do not touch the merchandise. Human skin's impure oils may taint even the least delicate of my herbs and tinctures. Do return, should you
All those
find it
broken arrows.
necessary.
You've got your work cut out.
Some are still good. What you looking for?
I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
Greetings. In need of hunting supplies?
How's the potion business going?
Mixed.
Very funny.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out.
Some are still good. What you looking for?
I think you might be my favorite. Shh, don't tell the others. Nearly there, my darling. Then you can play with all your brothers and sisters. Look at you, a visitor. Tell me, do you like puppets?
The toy seller nods and smiles.
Wonderful. Here, take a look at this.
The puppet springs to life.
Impressive, no? There's a lot of craftsmanship in that small package. Quite a lot. Now, what can I do for you? I haven't had many callers of late, what with all the fuss and hubbub that's been going on outside. Quite. Luckily for me, I have everything I care about right here. Why, I could lose days on end rummaging around inside my darlings. Sauce, what else? Each and every one of my darlings has a little bit of magic in them. It turns a mere toy into a friend. Oh, Oh, no, not at all. I use only the smallest sprinkle of sauce in my work. I'd hardly think a Voidwoken would set its sights on me and my darlings. I'm on good terms with the Divine Order. They know what my work entails. They've even had use for me in the past. I have nothing to fear from them. Consider me at your service if you need anything else. Look at you, beautiful inside and out.
Magisters don't tend to buy weapons.
Still, the Paladins.
Paladins don't need them either. They took you. Eyes over. Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Ruff. Chill, you flea bag, chill.
Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Come this way. Be quick.
You want meat and bread? Head to the sewing.
My friend here has taste. Care to trade, friend?
I hope none of it.
I got real lucky when the Voidwoken attacked. They didn't go anywhere near the chem estate. I know some people that lost everything. Some, maybe. But most of us are here to trade with Kem. He's tough to nail down. Luckily, our appraiser Kat's already made her way into the estate. The Chems lost nothing in the attack, so Cat'll try to convince them to share a little. She's our leader, and a damn fine appraiser too. Meet her inside and she might even trade with you. Hope you like what you see.
Shouldn't take the risk. We can be happy elsewhere.
My friend here has taste. Care to trade?
The man in front of you is clad in a ragtag assortment of garb. He looks up from repairing a battered instrument to smile and nod at you, one traveller to another.
Ho there, fellow traveller. Nuronta. Looking for some cheer to lighten the mood of this grim city? Yes, Callisti, I did indeed. Such a beautiful place. Such beautiful folk. It makes me sad the children of today could never see it. Well, Ralph, at some point, long ago, I decided poetry had but two purposes: to quicken the people's river of tears, or to stave them. Look around you. You'll find fear and longing and desperation. What good is a bard's solemnity in a city besieged by void and divided by war? My privilege and my duty is to remind the people of Arx that there's blue sky and shimmering sun beyond the clouds. Of course, and glad to. My words shall lift your spirits, make no mistake. But I need to pay my way, so I'd ask for a little gold, if you have it to spare. What do you say, Rob? And why do you deserve one, friend? I'm sure you only meant that in jest. Sure, Laronta.
Realistic prices. Who cares to trade?
Rarities, remnants, and relics. Buying and selling. Rarities, remnants, and...
I know quality when I see it, and I bet you do.
I keep seeing imaginary Voidwoken around every corner. I don't know if I'll ever feel safe in these streets again.
If you're looking for Kat, she's evaluating all of Chem's antiquities. It'll be a while, but hey, why not do some shopping while you wait? You'll love what I've got. Well, this is the estate of the venerable Chems. We've all come to trade with Linda and his missus, but with recent events, let's just say they're busy. But Kat's inside. She'll come up with something. She's an appraiser, and our boss to boot. You'll meet her if you head inside. If you've got anything she's interested in, could be she'll make you a good deal.
He looks around covertly, before turning back to you with a wink.
Could be a really good deal. Good stuff, yeah?
There's still blood on the cobbles, and yet those blasted traders are right back at it, flogging their wares. What happened to respect for the dead?
I know quality when I see it, and I bet you...
The trader looks at the mansion behind her nervously, then back to you.
Looking for, something special? All done then?
She responds with a nervous wave, and her eyes flit to the mansion behind her.
Antiques and antiquities.
Owls have been flocking in and out of Chem Mansion all day. I suppose Lord Chem is trying to drum up support for his revolt against the Magisters.
Antiques and antiquities.
Gods love an optimist, that's for sure.
I hear water. At least, I hope it's water. Water from Kem's garden. No wonder it smells clean.
This again?
The lizard hums a lizard melody. You do not find it unpleasant, but you do not recognize its air.
What's this? I found something.
Want to trade? If you're looking for Kat, she's of good stuff, yeah?
I meant nothing. Those traders are entitled to make a living, but they could at least show some decorum. What if one of their own had been killed? Would they be shouting and hollering then?
It's dark, but I can hear the water below.
We were hoping
The city is swarming with pilgrims. The house is swarming with salamanders. My patience is wearing quite thin.
A word of warning. There are lizards in the house. Kem trusts them, but I do not.
Yet another fresh... My word, the mansion's positively overrun with foreign folk on this most inauspicious of Lucian's days.
He catches himself and scrapes his throat in a brief moment of embarrassment.
I do apologize if I came across as impertinent just now, and I hope you'll forgive my unabating boldness when I assume Milady has come here in search of an audience with either Lord or Lady Kem. Oh, gracious, her? I truly hope you are not in cahoots with that brazen peddler. Well, she's in the dining room. Oh, I meant, of course, the lizard excellencies that have sought shelter under this esteemed roof in the aftermath of the dreadful attack that was inflicted upon the Imperial Consulate. It saddens me to say there are a number of deaths to mourn. But no doubt we all rejoice at the survival of the nobles. After all, a mere clerk is so easily replaced, wouldn't you say? As you so rightfully point out, milady, quite unlike a butler. Lady Kem is having tea in the drawing room over in the north wing. I'm quite certain a person as obviously well-travelled as yourself will have no problem drifting in that general direction should she deem it fit to do so. I'm afraid I can't accommodate you with the opportunity to have a word with Milord Kem at this precise moment, milady. Milord left early in the morning in pursuit of business, and he hasn't yet returned. I'm not privy to the details of Milord's ventures, but I gather his outing pertains to his office as Grand Master of the Paladins and the ousting of certain firebrands from the city. A most noble task, I'm sure. Unless I'm quite mistaken, in which case I once more apologize profusely, you'll most likely find Milord in the immediate vicinity of the Magister headquarters. The Magisters, in case my previous sentence lacked clarity, being the firebrands I alluded to. Yes, do please excuse me, for I've a party of dignitaries to attend to. They've an appetite for an aperitif, and the port, needless to say, does not pour itself.
Lucian's day than drinking tea with bread. Come out, wherever you are.
I saw Daddy with some weird-looking cat in the garden. I think he was even talking to it. He called it Archew, I think. Anyway, I asked if I could pet it, but Daddy shooed me away.
Come out, wherever you are.
I don't know why Daddy wouldn't let me play with that cat. Why does he get to have all the fun? be joining us, my lady?
Linda, I fear, is far too busy with his little coup. Perhaps he may find some time for us later. But let's not hold our breath, shall we? Morty, tell me about yourselves.
A fine day for it.
See fit to reopen the school. I do hope the Chems might reopen the school. Children should not suffer from our misdeeds.
I don't believe you're here at my behest, are you, darling? Do feel free to rest your feet elsewhere in the manor before being on your way. Ta-ta.
Wherever you are.
Remarkable. So hard to find a nice...
I'm working here. Leave me be.
Come out.
For heaven's sake, would you please... Oh, ever so sorry. I thought you were that rotten butler about to warn me once again to take the ocular, not the tactile approach. I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest dictionary I can find. Much obliged. I'll most certainly keep that in mind. That little snob thinks me unworthy of being in his precious lord's mansion appraising his precious lord's collection of antiques. Just you try judging the state of a Vedistian armoire if you're not even allowed to rummage through its drawers. I'm merely appraising the many antiques gathered in here in this beautiful mansion.
A roguish little smile suddenly plays upon her lips.
What else would I be doing? My, you do drive a hard bargain, don't you? Very well. Consider yourself invited. Now listen closely. Rumour has it that Lord Kim's mansion is built upon a massive vault in which he hides his true valuables. His entire house is but a smokescreen for the real treasure hidden underneath. I've had no luck so far in locating this fabled vault, but if you do, I swear the entire hoard is yours. No questions asked. All I want in return for this information is a trio of curios that is said to be kept inside. The portrait of the divine, the cup of kings, and the scroll of eternity. Everything else is yours. A most satisfactory arrangement.
She shakes her head apologetically.
There are only whispers of a vault and quieter whispers still of what it may contain. But at least you know now that it's there. Probably. Did you find them? The portrait of the divine. Why, hello again. Highly interesting. And highly valuable. Perhaps even quite out of your league. Anything else?
One so yearns for the calm of early years.
I don't need this distraction.
Why don't you go stroll in the garden or something?
Oh, dear. I wasn't expecting visitors.
Where to start?
Doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd hide a vault.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight. You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight. You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
Can't blame her for drinking so much tea.
Shh! She'll find me.
As you near the garden, the rustling of leaves and branches turns to an insidious murmur. The closer you listen, the clearer the whispers become.
Source in the air. He must be near. Chem. The doctor sends his regards.
The doctor has some explaining to do.
The water.
The bloom opens before your eyes, resplendent and regal. It emits a sweet, subtle scent, like that of a rose, though more intoxicating. The bloom scent ribbons towards you until it fills your nostrils. Your whole body flushes. You're sure you must be glowing, so deep does the warmth dwell.
Sorrow. Our joy shall be the God-woken's sorrow. Our joy, sorrow.
The unusual bloom continues unabated, as if parroting someone's words rather than speaking of its own accord.
The advocate is dead. The doctor is in. The advocate, the host. Take her. The host. Take the host.
The flower has gone quiet.
The water rises and falls on Lord Ken's command.
The flower's sweet fragrance. The flower's sweet fragrance.
I hope everything is to your utmost satisfaction, milady.
Linda, I fear, is far too busy with his little coup.
The man and the elf keep their voices to a discreet level, but it's impossible to miss the tension between them. They're arguing.
What more to convince you? More Voidwoken? A plague? An earthquake? Arx is doomed. Our future is elsewhere.
Pharaoh, come on. Where's this elsewhere that's better than Arx? This is the greatest city in the world. I'll leave it over my dead body.
Exactly. Your dead body. My dead body. This place is dead. We can be together anywhere.
They fall into a sullen silence, neither of them willing to give in.
Keep out of this.
This is not a good time.
Real antiques at realistic prices. Who cares to trade?
You spilled the blood of the advocate. The doctor demands a reckoning.
swear.
Real antiques at realistic prices. Who cares to trade?
This will all blow over, trust me.
We shouldn't
Rarities, remnants, and... Do pass the tea. Your children's tea will adjust you to a well.
Woken. But I don't want to be the Void Woken. I'm always the Void Woken. But I don't want to be the Void Woken. I'm always the Void Woken.
For the safety of Rivellon, report all sorcerers to the nearest Magister.
Leave me alone, I'm busy.
Looks like it's heading to the river.
But I don't want to be the Void Woken. I'm always the Void Woken.
You have the trust of Lord Arthur.
For the safety of Rivellon, report all sorcerers to the nearest Magister.
Oh, Lucian, help
Move
us!
along there, citizen.
Gods, those flames! And Voidwoken, here in our sanctuary! Our sanctuary! The ancient Empire Consulate. We were swarmed by Voidwoken, and everything just caught fire. We couldn't quench it. What if someone is still there, and those monsters, my gods! You'd go in there? Zolstissa, bless you. Please, save what you can, who you can.
The guard ignores you. The guard ignores you. The guard ignores you.
Monster Slayer, rest assured we have your back.
The guard ignores you. The guard ignores you. The guard ignores you.
Mixed.
Some are still good. What you looking for?
Very funny.
I'm not
Browse
picky.
as you must, but do respect my wares. Do return, should you find it necessary.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
Please return. I pledge my life. Oh, Lucian, please return.
Lucian's blessings to you, stranger. I'm Sister Avony, the head priestess of the cathedral. My child, it shall be my pleasure to assuage your worries, if I can. Such tragedy, such pain, so many avoidable deaths at a time when we should fight united against the Voidwoken. But the Magisters brought their destruction on themselves. They departed from the rightful path of the divine. Lord Kem showed them the path to the light, but alas, they cast their lot with the God King. Of this I have no doubt. These are perilous times. Of course you feel fear. Even in the cathedral, which was designed by the best engineers under the supervision of Lord Ahu himself, in order to bring the faithful closer to their divine. The east and west chapels contain the most breathtaking art by the finest artists. Lucian and the seven before him are represented most faithfully. Perhaps a meditation in their presence would soothe you. Or perhaps in the cool interior, you may join the endless prayer. Give your power to the divine, that you too may be empowered. I promise you will feel fulfilled. Of course, there is the terrible justice of the path of blood. Gruesome, perhaps. Demanding, definitely. But those who take the path demonstrate the truest of true faith. Their purity will surely be rewarded, as will yours. It's a fair claim. The divine cherish the notion of being pure, being free from sin, like an innocent child. I'm afraid that such goodness is beyond most of us, however. If you are truly free of sin, take the path. If you survive, you will have achieved something great. If not, well, you have given your life to a noble cause, and few will find such purpose in death. This building, this edifice of grace and beauty, was the result of Ahu's vision, the hard work of many women and men, as was the Path of Blood. It is by far Sander's greatest achievement. He was one of the engineers, you know. Brilliant fellow. I suspect the strain left him broken. He makes toys now. A waste of his genius, but a great gift to the children of Arx. My child, there is no shame in fearing the Path of Blood. Only those who believe themselves free from sin should attempt it. And of those few, there are fewer still who are truly pure. If you are truly free of sin, take the path. If you survive, you will have achieved something great. If not, well, you have given your life to a noble cause, and few will find such purpose in death. Not until Lucian rises again in answer. The prayer will remain ceaseless until the day of his resurrection. The Divine will light our way again.
I pledge my heart, O Lucian. Please return.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I pledge my heart, O Lucian. Please return.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I pledge my life. Oh, Lucian, please return.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I pledge my heart.
I pledge my soul, O Lucian. Please return.
Most matters, not all. Lord Ahu is the keeper of the cathedral. Only he can approach the remains of Lucian the Divine. I tend to the more typical matters of the cathedral, guiding those who visit us in their worship, and organizing the feeding and housing of our brothers and sisters, Lord Ahu included. Oh, the Lord Protector must not be disturbed on a day this holy. But if you come by the cathedral later, you may attain his sacred benediction. Of course, the Lady Alice has been to the cathedral before, but I confess it's been a while since I've seen her.
You're wrong.
I pledge my life, O Lucian. Please return.
I blame Damien for this. Lucian never should have taken him in.
I pledge my soul.
What would Lucian think if he saw the Divine Order tearing itself apart?
You're wrong. I hear Justinia is gonna crush them dwarven rebels. About time, if you ask me.
I pledge my soul, O Lucian. Please return. I'm glad Lucian wasn't around to see his son murdered by sorcerers. Those fiends at Rivellon's shame.
We came all this way.
I wish Edward was here. It'd hearten him to see true faith in action. But instead, he's out in the hellhole of his driftwood, protecting the unholy. It just isn't fair. I pledge my soul, O Lucian.
I pledge my life, O Lucian. Please return.
Duna, god of the dwarves. Did they really need such a big painting? Amadia, mother of wizards. She's cute for a sauce sucker. Vroge of the Orcs, the bloodthirsty degenerate. I wonder what happened to his orcish godwoken. Zolstissa, the lizard god. The artist has certainly captured her arrogance. Xantedza, goddess of imps, mirth and laughter. Something tells me she's not laughing now. Tyr Sendilius, the elven cannibal. That should have been a hint. Rallic, first of the seven. Not anymore.
I pledge my heart, O Lucian. Please return. I pledge my soul, O Lucian. Please return. I pledge my life, O Lucian. Please return.
I pledge my heart.
The scribe scowls at you and turns back to his writing.
Do you mind? I'm trying to write about Xantedza, the god of mirth and laughter, and you're blocking my damn light.
I pledge my life.
The scribe doesn't notice you at first. She remains utterly focused on her writing. Finally, she glances.
I'm writing about Amadia, the mother of all magic. Truly fascinating.
The scribe glances at you from her.
I'm trying to write about Zolstissa, the graceful warrior. Please, no more distractions.
The scribe chews absently on one end of her quill. The page before her is filled with tales of Duna.
Long of beard and short of stature. It's not the most original description of Duna. I hope you won't take offence. The Grand Master's chamber must be protected.
The scribe writes very slowly and deliberately. You see the name Tirsalendius at the top of the page.
Tirsalendius might have known the poet, but it still seems strange to write about him on what used to be a tree.
The scribe squints as she reads back over the page she's just written. You catch a glimpse of text extolling Vrogir's bloody virtue.
No wonder the orcs vanished, considering how brutal their god Vrogir was. I'd disappear too if I was one of them. Still, his tale is my due.
The scribe fills the parchment before him at a rapid pace, a self-satisfied smile playing on his lips.
I've been tasked with writing about the deeds of Relic, first of the 7. I'll wager my work will find more readers than the other 6 combined.
Eye sharp, Paladin. The Grand Master's chamber must be protected.
I'm off.
I've wasted it.
I don't have time to talk. Move along.
I hope we did the right thing. I'm on protection duty. I can't talk to you. Of course. Who else? The keeper of the cathedral isn't just another priest. He must be kept safe. Dallas? Here? I've no idea what you're talking about. Those searching the Magister barracks might know something, but I certainly haven't seen the hammer here. Eye sharp, Paladin. The Grand Master's chamber must be protected.
I'm on.
I wish I could be working that fancy wedding I keep hearing about. I'd earn more gold over there than serving up slop to priests here.
There's no one left who's free of sin. Take the path of blood, pilgrim. If you're pure of heart and soul, you might do well, unlike the others.
Shall you take the path of blood? I have little hope for a success this year.
Shall we see success on the path of blood today?
There's no one left who's free of sin.
Lucian's blessing, stranger.
I wonder, shall we see success on the path of blood today?
I doubt it. There's no... I doubt it.
This meat they give me to cook is tougher than a miner's boots. I wouldn't feed it to a dog.
Wonder, shall we see success on the path of blood today?
I doubt it. There's no one left who's free of sin.
I pledge my life, O Lucian. Please return.
I pledge my life.
What's this? The Paladins were fools to rise up against the Magisters. Dallas will surely crush.
Lucian would weep if he saw how his sacrifice was in vain. Maybe we don't deserve salvation.
I pledge my life, O Lucian. Please return.
Lucian would have rid us of this fight.
All these fools think of Lucian as some kind of savior. I want to know why he sacrifices my homeland.
Oh, Pilgrim.
May Lucian return.
The prayer seems to echo in the hollow space inside you.
May Lucian return.
May he return indeed. Maybe then we can stop praying and get back to our lives.
Oh, Pilgrim. May Lucian return.
Say your prayers.
Greetings. Have you come to join us in the endless prayer? Or do you wish to walk the path of blood? Lucian's day wouldn't be the same without the faithful gathering to petition for his return. The more voices that join our cry, the better. It was Lord Ahu's creation. He is the crypt's keeper, of course, and oversaw the construction himself. He couldn't have done it without the help of Sanders, though. Quite a talent for engineering, that one. Spends most of his time tinkering with toys nowadays. Such a pity. But that's the price you pay for genius, I suppose. The signs suggest that if we pray hard enough, Lucian will return to save us. Every year, we gather to offer our prayers in his name. We stand united, hoping that he will favor us once more. Ah, the path of blood is a more advanced form of pilgrimage. I would not advise it unless you believe yourself to be free from sin. And trust me, none are free from sin. The path of blood ends in death for those who attempt it. Consider yourself warned. Oh dear, but I'm afraid he has retired to his cathedral chambers. He is preparing the Lucian's Day benediction and must not be disturbed.
I pledge I pledge my life, oh Lucian. Please return. I pledge my heart. Oh Lucian, please return.
I can do this.
I pledge my soul, oh Lucian, please return.
You are completely ignored. The prayer continues as if you weren't even there.
Lucian, please return. I pledge my soul. Oh Lucian, I pledge my life.
You are completely...
Please return.
Alexander, I never did give him the sallow man's head.
My life, oh Lucian, please return.
I pledge my soul. Oh Lucian,
I pledge my
please
soul,
return.
oh Lucian, please return.
Eyes closed, the paladin silently prays.
Good gods! Oh, may Lucian return. Will you join me in prayer? Heresy! Come, pray with me and regain your faith. I pledge my heart, O Lucian, please return. I pledge my soul, O Lucian, please return. I pledge my life, O Lucian, please return. Oh Lucian, please return. Oh Lucian, please return.
I pledge my soul, oh Lucian, please return.
I pledge my soul,
I pledge my heart, oh Lucian.
Please return.
I pledge my soul, oh Lucian, please return.
Reconsider, Paladin. You may yet save your soul.
Oh,
You
Divine
will
Lucian,
see
please
justice
help us.
in this world and the next.
Please, you've got to help me. My wife, they want to kill her. She didn't do anything wrong. She was just trying to save lives, but no one will listen. You have to help, please. Of being a good person. Please, there's no time. They'll kill her. Go! This can't be happening.
Be silent. I'm trying to listen.
I really am sick of your crap.
Your enemies really are.
Reconsider, Paladin. You may yet save your soul.
Help! Someone, please!
Give me the sword. Steel will be sweeter than the enemy's friend.
This can't be happening.
Insolent wretch.
You approach, but the paladin's icy blue eyes never move from his prisoner.
You are interrupting a paladin court, stranger.
You couldn't call this a court until the end of days, Ken. It's still a disgrace.
The prisoner will be silent. We are beyond accusations. This once paladin is guilty of refusing orders and protecting supporters of the Black Ring.
They were boys. Local boys that signed up for steady pay in a slick uniform. A couple of white traitors doesn't mean every Magister is in league with the Ring.
At best, You are a coward. At worst, you are a traitor. In either case, the sentence is death.
His icy eyes focus on you for the first time, pinning you with a freezing look.
Step aside, stranger. I see. You have my thanks for that. You did us a great service. Now, if you would do me one service more, stand aside. A seeker? How do you... This is unforeseen. Very well. Perhaps we would be wiser to wait. She shall not die today.
The paladin looks at you as Kem turns away and silently mouths, "Thank you."
Find a cell for her. And the rest of you have your duties. Move!
There's anything exciting.
Oh, by the divine, thank you. I'll never forget this kindness.
Didn't even let us surrender.
Nothing. Just more magister rubbish.
What do you think the paladin would do to us if we urged on wrong?
If I were right, where would
Our
I hide
heights in a place
that
that last time I checked. I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let us surrender. Too loud. You think the paladin would do to us if we urged you on wrong like that? Arks was still a free city last time I checked. Johnny in the streets. Why is it not anymore? I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let us surrender. I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even...
The rat skitters around your ankles in excitement.
You, help me, mistress, please. These blue-cloaked beasts are keeping her locked in a cage underground. Please, Harry, she'll be grateful. Mistress is the most generous of mistresses. She'll give you anything she has if you help her. But please, hurry!
If there's anything important here, the Whites must have surely taken it.
Go below, see for yourself. She's a kind and wise mistress, but she needs help.
Be sure not to obstruct Paladin business. We're to search this place top to bottom. We haven't, but we will. Not that it's any business of yours.
Useless mundanities. Find me something solid on the whites. The whites must have left something of value behind. Nothing, nothing, and more nothing. This is a waste of my damn time. Honorable Dallas, madam, we lost a ship. Nothing interesting. Nothing, nothing, and more nothing. This is a waste of my damn time. It was you who sent us the War Owl. Without you, the Black Ring-loving Magisters would still be in charge. I suppose you have earned the right to involve yourself in Paladin business. Just this once. All this is thanks to you, you know. If we hadn't found out what the Whites were doing in the Black Pits, we wouldn't have known that they had to be stopped. I am in your debt. The Whites have betrayed the memory of Lucian in the most heinous manner. We've had our suspicions, but you provided us with proof. Collusion with the Black Ring. So we acted to put a stop to their treason. The Order must persist. The Order must endure. The Magisters can no longer have power. Demons? The shrubbery might look a bit menacing, but I don't think it poses any threat to life or limb. You should direct your inquiries to my wife. A green thumb is one of her few natural blessings. Speak, then. My time is precious. Be mindful how you waste it. She disobeyed orders. She knew the consequences. I expect she shall receive justice. The Lord Dread lies in the harbor, but the hammer isn't aboard. Nor is she among the piles of Magister bodies. Should you hear anything, you are of course welcome to bring it to me. But rest assured, your help is not needed. My paladins will find her, and she will face divine justice. No. The paladins will root out this evil. It is our burden. But do not fear, we will find her. And I promise you, if she is involved in this Black Ring conspiracy, she will suffer justice.
The old warrior steeples his hands and stares at you as you speak. When you're done, he sits back, silent for a moment.
I knew she was mad. But this, I never imagined. Very well. We know that Dallas and the Whites conducted their heresy from these barracks. If they were all working for the Black Ring, and I believe they were, there must be some sign of it in this building, perhaps even a safe house. We don't have much yet, but we will tear down every brick until we find their wretched hiding hole, and then we'll haul Dallas into the light. I know a lot more after your tale. Using the Aetheran to steal the source from the world? She's lost her mind. Although much as I despise the creature, I have never known her to be a coward. She fought well in battles against the Black Ring. Wherever she's hiding, she will not go quietly. Not much, at least not yet. Perhaps you'd have better luck given your credentials. The White Magisters were in these barracks when the fighting began, an entire cabal of them. If we find them, we will find Dallas, I have no doubt. They ran like rats from a burning shed, so they must have left some clue, some trail. Find it, follow it, and bring me the location of their den. I pray it helps. Voidwoken at one gate and the Black Ring at the other. We need to stop this madness. Do you need anything more? And? What of it? Be quick. Enjoy the city, won't you? Arx is wonderful at this time of year. The Whites must have left something of value behind. Supply writs? Chitties? Useless mundanities. Find me something solid on the Whites.
Magister rubbish.
The spirit of a Magister jabs a spectral finger into the paladin's wound, while muttering some profane-sounding curse.
May you feel the pain of death tenfold.
The spirit of a Magister jabs a spectral finger into the paladin's wound, while muttering some profane-sounding curse. A look of rage floods the spirit's face. He opens his mouth to say something, but it's too late for...
At last! Thank you. The wound's closed over. Thank you. Here, I found this on one of the Magisters. It looks valuable. Take it, with my thanks.
It's a waste of time. The Magisters are long gone. There's no one left down here. Well, hello again. Welcome to my very, very humble abode. You did. Divine blessing, she must be so worried. She hated it when I joined the Paladins. Hated the idea of me going to war. But the Black Ring was just a bad memory. Who knew they'd return? Who knew it would lead to this madness? I refused to raise a hand against fellow members of the Divine Order. Refused to buy into Kem's lie that they're all Black Ring puppets. Tension? How quaint. That hatred has been simmering for years. The Paladins see the Magisters as a threat to their order. Pig farmers leading lords, as they say. But now that some white Magisters have been found colluding with the Black Ring, now that Kim has his excuse, it's war. It's not just the city. The Divine Order is coming undone at the seams. There's never been much love lost between the Paladins and the Magisters, but this, brawling in the streets, it will be the end of us all. too many paladins from noble families and too many magisters that started as working folk. Of course, the paladins were the first recruits of Lucian. So, many saw the magisters rising through the ranks as a threat to their order. Pig farmers leading lords, they said. But now that some white magisters have been found colluding with the Black Ring, now that Kem's always been a hard man. His steel was forged in the war with the Black Ring. But recently there's something else. He's turned cold. Not cruel, exactly, just harsh. Dispassionate to a fault. They say it's the Voidwoken, that he's too worried about Rivellon to worry about people. Maybe that's it. Or maybe years of fighting finally broke him. Your guess is as good as mine. Although, I've heard whispers. There are places in Kem's mansion that nobody goes but him. One has to wonder what he gets up to. I'll see you again, I hope. The company in here lacks a certain charm.
This ain't fair. Let me out! This ain't fair. Let me out!
Prisoners can't...
Piss off, paladin scum. I'm telling you nothing. My brother Delarus will hear about this, and then there'll be trouble. Delarus looks after his own. You know nothing. Piss off.
Let me out! Let me out of here!
Where are the prisoners?
We don't know.
Find out. Who are you? Did Lord Kem send you about the missing prisoners? That is the ever-elusive mystery. These weren't escape artists. They were thieves and drunkards, imbeciles and liars, heretics and fools. The crudest of the crude, turned from slugs to smoke. Poof. Hardly. The jailer's records are clear. 564 men and women were signed in and never signed out again. I'd say this was an oversight in record-keeping, but I know some of those names, and they are nowhere to be found. Maybe they escaped.
500 escapees? We would have noticed.
This makes no sense. Prisoners can't just vanish. The cells are empty. Where are the prisoners?
We don't know.
Find out. According to this, 564 prisoners are unaccounted for.
Maybe they were shipped to Fort Joy.
Not according to this. Besides, they were...
The Magister Spirit looks up at you from a tortured face. His eyes are filled with pain and terror, and his hands grasp tight to each other, clenching and clenching, harder and harder.
In this dingy hole, to end my days. Here, where I once toiled, but oh how I prayed for an end. At the end. And I'm still praying. Lucian! Lucian! I am your loyal servant! Why have you forsaken me?
I won't budge. No, I won't budge.
Rain through your ears. That's how they do it.
What do you suppose the Magisters are doing with her?
A creature that powerful? Proven her probably. Send her after the young.
Junk.
Fort Joy, maybe.
They weren't sorcerers.
You really think she's all that
Stay back.
dangerous?
It's for your own good. Found the undead freak here already chained up by the Magisters. They say she's a witch. I say.
Her voice freezes into a harsh whisper.
I say she's a demon. Creatures like this Windigo,
They mask themselves, spread their black magic to children with their songs and stories. Makes me sick. Our little ones, tools of demons. We have to. I heard my own Clarice singing to herself. A song about Dallis. The divine Dallis. Had to wash that evil from her mouth with soap. That filth's everywhere.
She spits in the direction of the cell door, then wipes her mouth with the back of her hand.
Well, go on then. Probably doesn't matter who breaks her, so long as she gets broken. Just keep your head on straight. She'll try to make nice. Creep into your thoughts. Keep her out of there, all right?
What do you suppose the Magisters are doing with her? Go on, be safe.
Go ahead, but be careful. She'll get in your head. You gotta fight it.
That undead witch.
Paladin, do you miss him? How did you...
Yes. I miss him. I miss us. No one touched me, so...
Stop! You answer to me. I do not answer to you.
In blackness, my lovely girl. I know.
What's this? Give me room! I feel a breakthrough approaching.
She cradles her head in her hands, then pivots towards the prisoner. Her mouth opens, yet nothing spills forth. No sermon, no screed, no threat. She turns back to you and grimaces.
Too late! The spark's been snuffed. I trust you come bearing gold or godhood for me, to have interrupted such a sensitive interrogation. The Magisters can quiet the songs of source using their collars and cages. I would normally call it a cruelty. But this Windigo thing... she must be contained. We found her here, already imprisoned, cursing the Magisters with hexes vulgar enough to turn even a dwarf's cheeks red. The evil is strong in her. Her words are soaked in it. They squirm into your mind, planting warm memories you've never had, mesmerizing you with candy-sweet sights and scents.
Visions of Windigo's attack on the vessel sailing to Fort Joy fill your head. You look to the cell, and your memories contort and coil. Windigo cradles you in her arms, stroking your head as the waves crash around you. I'm sorry, Buttercup. I was bewitched by his promise. Forgive me. You shake your head and the vision is gone. Your eyes rest not on the prisoner, but on the paladin.
You barge in uninvited, only to offer a goodbye. Shameful. Stay away from that! That thing keeps the shield stable. We can't take any chances.
Keep your voice low.
Stay clear. The lore master must focus.
Do you miss him?
How did you...
You step up to the cell to look at the skeleton you know to be Windigo. The barrier mutes her source, but it isn't her source you fear, but something more. A shadow. She says nothing, but you still hear her words.
An unexpected pleasure. For both of us, I'm sure.
She looks to the nearby device, and an urge engulfs you. An urge to power down the device to release Windigo from her cell. Her mouth remains closed, yet her voice settles in your mind like a damp fog.
There are others. His chosen. Yet I am no longer among them. They seek what you seek. The hammer. I am ready to share what I know. The God King rejoices as long as I am chained. Free me, and we might hobble him.
The voice is gone. Windigo is still.